We will do it in first person. The only requirement is that you are currently in a streak of at least 7 days. This is recommended for people struggling with lust, sexual thoughts about the past, which persist in the present, wet dreams, urges, etc. So, since you meet the energical requirements, let's begin. The first step is get you in a state of neutral dopamine, which means no good or bad experience. If you have been laughing around women recently, or maybe just having so much fun, this can get difficult, but it's recommended. Just sit, hopefully you haven't been sit all day, and relax, try to meditate. Which means, let's stop for a moment, let's stop the achievements, the reactions, the judgments, everything. Let that sink in. Once you are relaxed and ready, we are going to look for your weak spots, your wounds. They are very deep, they would make you cry if you could see them as I do. But you know, when we are talking about these kind of possessions, they don't normally cause sadness in the individual, since it's us who decide to possess ourselves. So, anyway, they are parts of you. We will take now your awareness, your attention, and we will direct it to your imagination. I want you to imagine something which would activate your energy in a sexual manner. Don't focus on general details, but if you do see a general scenario, take it to the simplest. What is it exactly that you like about that woman? It's the fact that she is blonde, for example. Is this the obsession, or simply one of the things you have added to the list of things you would like a woman to have for you, to appreciate her more in a sexual manner? So, take the core idea, put words to what you feel, the source where the arousal is born. You will find just a word. For example, blonde. I like blonde women. And so, since you are living this experience, you have already gone out of the first state you were in, the neutral dopamine state. The moment you imagined in first person the thing that would turn you on, there was a movement of energy in you, from your head down through the spine, very hard to notice. Now, what we did was affirmatively express the fantasy. It is what it is, it cannot be denied. We like what we like, but you are such a person that you want the best for you. You don't want to waste your time until one day you are 80, depressed and unfulfilled. You want to achieve your biggest potential as soon as possible, for your own benefit, forever. So, even if the fantasy is felt in you, it can also be just a lustful thought. There are two yous that exist. The one that likes it, and the one that knows that not. We have already expressed the fantasy in an affirmative way, and there was some movement in us as we expressed it and did not repress it. So the next step is, look at that word, the core word from before, and look at it again. Is there still energy moving? Why? Who are you? I really mean it. Who are you? You choose. This is who you are. Your choice. Let's assume you choose to commit to semen retention instead of the fantasy. They are opposed in nature. Now you are looking at the word in a different way. You are clearing the path for you to see things for what they are, for what they should be, and you are going to recover a part of yourself you sold down the road. But the wound is too recent, so let it be. Do something else, move yourself, study, work, and then in some hours, or even tomorrow, take a look to the word, to the fantasy. You will see that someone consciously messed with it. Now it's impossible for you to just think about the fantasy and feel the sexual energy. Now the idea was modified. New. It's not old anymore. You live committed to semen retention, so now this fantasy, which was defined with a word, is dopamine neutral. There is not something in it anymore, and it has zero effect in you. Use this with all the garbage you have accumulated. With porn and past relationships, do it bit by bit. You can only do so much in one day. Releasing one fantasy in a day is enough. With time, your chances of fantasizing your lust, your urges, or your wet dreams will dramatically decrease, because you will no longer fall into unconscious sexual possession patterns. This won't work with living woman. If you meet a woman and you give in your energy to her, you will need to go away from her to your house or whatever, and then think of her and repeat this process. And then, hopefully next time you see her for what she is. Don't give her your energy unless she is the one. This obviously does not mean be a rude jerk, but I don't care if you misinterpretate me. I won't get into that. Hope it helps. See ya.